cut copper, baby. Oh yeah. Holy cow. Another awesome, fully intact crotal bell. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, it's not a coin. And so this is going to be the obverse, and it's another Drake bust. It's in 1865. The date's clearly readable right there above my phone. Look at that. Great seal button. And it's deep, so maybe it's not crushed. It's not crushed. Holy crap. Alright folks, back to the place I found that those mini balls, Williams cleaners, a large scent fatty Indian last week. Going really slow in the iron. I dug a few relics, nothing particularly special. But I got a scratchy, squeaky, repeatable high tone in some iron. I don't know, down there about 8 inches. Got myself another largie, folks, right there. And I don't know what it is yet. Look at that. What do you think that could be? Windy again. It's fall in the north country, so you got to deal with the wind. Let me wipe it on my pants really quick. Maybe I can get you an ID. If not, I'll come back and get you an ID. Hopefully this one has one. You see anything on that right there? Boy, that looks pretty corroded. I see 1 cent right there. You see that on the back? Yeah, that could be a matron or braided hair or anything. I'm going to have to get you an ID after I toothbrush this off. That's a nice find. Hopefully I can get a little detail off of it. All right, on to the next. Copper, racking them up this year. On to the next. All right, about 10, 12 minutes after that large set, I got a real scratchy signal right in this muckfest right down there. I'm kind of in the bottom of this swale in this little valley where this old home site was. Don't know why they built it here. It's really mucky. Civil War era bullet number 4 out of this site, and this is the second mini ball. This one's a little smashed, so it could have hit something, but I doubt it. May have been stepped on or rolled over. But that's a classic 3-ringer, folks. Gotta love it. I don't know what went on here. As I did some research, I think this, it may have been just, leftover bullets from a guy from the Civil War or from back in that era, or that's what they fired. There were some soldiers up here related to the Fenian raids back in the late 1860s to around 1870. Maybe it was something to do with that. I don't know, but you know what? I'll take it. Nice Civil War bullet. All right, on to the next. Going slow in this sporadic iron field again in a muckfest here, but there are still signals to be had. Pardon the noise, I'm right by the road. Here's another coin, folks, down deep about 6 inches. Unless this is unless I'm mistaken, this is going to be something on the older side. Let's see what we got here. This kind of smooth, like that could be a wheat penny. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know, man. No, it's an Indian. I can see just the back of her headdress. See that right there? Like a little, let me wipe it off of my jeans again. Maybe I can get a detail. It's not a fatty. Remember I dug a 1860 fatty out of here just a little while ago, last week with my buddy Damien. Yeah, there you go. See the back of her headdress right there? It's kind of hard to see. See that right there by my thumb? So that's an Indian. There you go. It's drying out now. Now you can see it. But I can't make a date out on that. It's going to be post 1863. Based off what I'm finding at this site, I'm going to go late 1860s, but we'll see what it is. Maybe I can get a date off there for you. Nice find though, nonetheless. All right, on to the next find. inches. You know, I'm just digging all these questionable signals here because there's been some old stuff that come out of this site. And, you know, I wasn't going to get too excited here, but, you know what, folks? I got myself another copper in here. Let me find it for you guys. There it is. See it right there? Then, could be a Drake bust. Very scratchy tone. So 3 coppers for the day, or I guess, you know, if you count an Indian head as a copper. Let me rub it on my jeans real quick here. Let's see if I can get an ID. Thin would tell me it's a Drake bust or a King George coin or maybe a state. But, you know, you never know out here. Maybe it's just a really worn something else. Oh, wow, look at that. I see the wreath there. What is that? Is that a King George? I think it's a KG2. I'm gonna have to get that cleaned off there. See that right there in the bottom, those words? Although that may say America on there. That's an interesting one, folks. I'm gonna have to get that cleaned up. You see the wreath on the wreath there? That looks like a really weird wreath. All right, let me come back and see if I can get a ID for you guys. Very nice find. All right, on to the next. All right, folks, out here about a week later, after some of those other finds I showed you, that other mucky site. These are some new home sites I've had permission for quite a while. So I finally had a decent day and some dry weather. It's in the 40s and cool, but no wind, so it's a nice day to hunt out here. I got a half a tomback button, some part of a horseshoe, and a bunch of can slaw so far in my first probably 5 or 6 targets, but I got a sweet and sick 80 tone, and I'm thinking this could be something really good, but I am not sure. And we're gonna live dig it right here, folks. It's down there about 8 inches. See that right there? So what do you think? Like a really nice button, or maybe I get a coin? This site was on the 1850s map. Try not to ding it here for you guys. Oh, I see it. Look. It's going to be a largie. I knew it. It sounded really like a good coin. 8 inches, I'm going to guess. What do we have here? I'm going to have a US or something different. It's about average thickness, so maybe if I had to guess right off the bat, I'm going to say matron head, but maybe it's something different. Look at that, nice and green. There's stuff here, folks. I'm definitely going to camp out here in a while. Part of a tomback and now a largie. Been here about 15 minutes. So there's definitely stuff here if you can get around the can slaw. We're right by a road. It's a dirt road, but typically, you know, these places where these home sites were is where they pull off the tractors because the old driveway is still totally usable. You see anything there? That looks different, folks. Oh, this is going to be KG. Look at this. 17. See that right there? And you can see Lady Britannia, like the shield and stuff right there. Is it a KG2 or 3? KG3. Georges. Heck yeah. KG3 to start the day. 1770s, I think. I have to get a cleaned up shot for you, but heck yeah, baby. All right, let's keep swinging on. We'll find some other good stuff out here, hopefully. On to the next. Well, that King George copper was there. I dug a button there, half a tomback behind me. Now I got another button. And again, I'm not going to film all these buttons. The fact that I've got 3 or 4 already in a half an hour means I'll probably get 15 today. But you know what's really sweet? Is all this stuff. How about that, folks, for sickness? There's my car. I'm right here, man. I don't even have to walk 10 feet and I'm finding relics. No hiking way into the woods this time. I got a little button in here. Check this out right there. Little tiny one. Look at that, silver gilt. I should say I'm right by a dirt road here, so you know, there are some trucks and cars that come by here, but it's kind of an out of the way dirt road, so Won't be a lot of traffic, not like that last site I was at last week you saw in the first half of the video. But heck yeah, baby. Another flat button from way back. Let's go find some more relics. On to the next. Alright, here I am, my next find, folks. Tractor pulled by right next to my car here. A nice guy got out, started talking to him. Comes to figure that the private property permission that I had for these fields, I'm actually down too far, and this is another guy's land. I've only done that one other time in the past, and I felt really bad about it, but I talked to him for about 15 minutes. Really nice guy, and he said go ahead and keep detecting it. You know, if you were a deer hunter out here before deer season, it'd be a little bit of a different story. So I felt really bad about that, but you know, it's a good lesson learned. You know, always double cross your T's and dot your I's to make sure you're on the right land so you don't really tick somebody off. But this was a nice guy, a little bit younger than me, and he said fine, I can go ahead and keep hunting it here. Old house. Still a few more buttons I haven't showed you. Got a screaming signal. Copper number 2, baby. Right there, you see the rim? There you go. Let's see what we got. A little bit thicker, huh? What do you think that's going to be? You think that's going to be more of a standard US? I bet it is. Field coppers. Let's see. Let me rub it on my jeans for you again. Once again, folks, there's my car right there. This is the way to do it. Right just 50 yards, 20 yards from my car. All right, let's see with any kind of cleanup. Got any detail on that? Can you see anything on that? I almost thought I saw some stars right there. I cannot be sure. A little chunkier. I'm gonna have to do some work on that one. My guess is it's probably gonna be US, but you know, I don't see 1 cent on the back. Maybe there's 1 cent hiding in there. Is that 1 cent back there? I can't tell, but you know what? I'll take it. Copper number 2 and about 6 buttons and a couple other doodads. We'll keep poking around here a little bit further. The real other home site that I know is on the proper permission is down the road about a quarter mile, and so I may hit that later if this place slows down anymore. But hey, 2 copper a day, can't complain. On to the next. Okay, got another nice like 78 signal down the hole. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes after that heel plate. Got myself a coin, folks, and it's not a large cent, but I think it may be like an Indian or a weed or something. See that right there? Let's see what we got here. Could be a button, but I doubt it. Let me rub it on my jeans as I always do. Maybe I can see a wheat cent or an Indian on there. Oh, it's going to be an Indian. I can see the writing around the edge there. That's going to be a nice one. I think I'm going to have to toothpick that one off. But do you see, what does that say right there? Something weird. I'll have to get back with you. I think that's an Indian head penny, though. That's definitely not a wheat penny. Very nice find. I'll get you a close-up shot in a minute. Let's keep going down the cornrows here. Maybe we can find a few more things before I take off for the day. On to the next. Hey, folks, look what I just got. Finally got my batwing buckle complete. Check it out, folks. Awesome find, man. That's late 1700s all day long. Finally got a complete one. There's a scratchy signal down there about 8 inches. This place is infested with iron, so there's not a lot of good targets, but I got that heel plate, that other coin, which was an Indian, as you saw, and finally got a batwing buckle complete. I'll take it. What a day. Some great relics and coins. I've only got about 15 minutes left and I'm out of here, so maybe we can get one more last relic on one of the last few rows I hit. On to the next, folks.